Hi everyone, welcome to Little Diamond Yoga Stories with me, Megan. And Little Diamond Yoga Stories is all about learning a new story and doing some yoga poses as we go along. So copy the moves that I do and try to have some fun. Okay, let's start our yoga as we always do by crossing our legs and sitting on our bottoms. And bringing our hands to our heart. And after 3 we'll say our yoga hello. Namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Well done. Now today's story is all about a flamingo. So let's start in our flamingo pose. Standing up with your feet together. And then we're going to lift up one foot behind us and hold it behind us, trying not to wobble. And then reaching our opposite arm in the air to show our long flamingo neck. Well done. The flamingo in our story is called Flo. Flo lives. Let's go into a house pose. Bringing your foot back down and taking your feet slightly apart. Bring your hands to your heart and take them above your head. Well done. Flo lives in a place called Peru. She lives in a large, shallow lake. Let's go into a lake pose. Come to lying on your tummies. Lifting up your feet behind you. And then we're going to reach one hand around and hold our foot. And then reach the other hand around to hold the other foot. Fantastic. Flo lives in this large, shallow lake with her friends and family. Coming to sit on your knees. Flo loves her friends and family so much. Opening your arms out wide. Wrap yourselves up in a great big hug. She loves spending time with them and doing lots of different things. But something that Flo loves the most. Get out your super spectacles. Because she loves going searching for palm trees. Let's go into a tree pose. Come to standing with your feet together. And then take one foot on top of the other, bringing your hands to your heart. And grow your tree and open your branches. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done, bring that tree down. And then, keeping your hands at your heart, swap your feet over. Well done, and then again, grow your tree and open your branches. Carry on our counting up to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Now when Flo finds a palm tree, she loves to give that palm tree a great big shake. Can you shake your body all over as she shakes that palm tree? Fantastic. And when she does that, the coconuts fall to the floor and roll around. Come onto your bottoms and hug your knees. Fantastic. We're going to tuck in our chin, and after 3, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, rock and roll. Just like the coconuts rolling around. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, rock and roll. Well done. And again, 1, 2, 3, rock and roll. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3, rock and roll. Fantastic. And as these coconuts hit the ground, they split open. Come to standing with your feet together. Fantastic. So Flo bends forward, bending your body all the way forward, letting your hands fall towards the floor as she bends forward and munches away on the coconut. Fantastic. Now flamingos coming to stand back up. Well done. Flamingos, just like Flo, are very unique type of birds, very different types of birds. They have very, very long legs. Come to sitting on your bottoms with your legs out wide in front of you. Take your hands and put them at the top of one of your legs. We're going to see how long that leg is. Sliding your hands all the way down your leg as you bend forward, reaching down towards your toes. Fantastic. Coming to sit back up. And then taking your hands onto the top of your other legs And we're going to slide down that foot, down to that foot, bending over. Well done. Super. Now flamingos use these long legs to wade through the water of those shallow lakes. So let's take some big steps. Come to standing with your feet together. We're going to take 6 big steps as we practice wading through the water with our long legs. 1 big step forward and then take that foot back. And again, the other foot, 2. And the other foot, 3. And the other foot, 4. And the other foot, 5. And 1 more big step, 6. Fantastic, well done. Now, I have something to tell you. Flo is very, very excited because Flo is going to get a brand new baby brother or sister. Recently, Flo helped her mummy and daddy to make a nest. Come to sitting on your knees. We're going to give me away with one of your hands and then take that hand onto the opposite leg. And we're going to look over our shoulder and we're going to collect some sticks for the nest. Got them? Coming back forwards, and we're going to bend forward and put them onto our nest. Fantastic. Sitting back up and wave at me with the other hand. And we're going to pop that one on the opposite leg. And then looking over that shoulder. And let's get some leaves. Bring them to the front. Got them, and let's pop them in. Bending forwards. And back up. Again, wave through with that first hand. And pop it on your opposite leg. Looking over your shoulder. Let's get some mud. Bringing it forwards. It'll stick all the leaves and the sticks together. Bending forwards. Fantastic. And again, wave to me with that second hand. Pop it on your opposite leg. And let's look over our shoulder for the last time. Because this time, bringing forward some moss. It's quite soft to make that nest nice and soft for that egg. So let's bend forward and pop it in. Well done. Great work. Now, all those materials went together to make a nest. So let's go into a nest shape. Coming to sit on your bottoms. Bending your knees up in front of you so your feet are flat on the floor. Take your hands either side of your bottom. And we're going to lift up one foot and the other foot. One hand and the other hand into our nest pose. Now inside this nest is an egg. Try to balance on your bottom. Tuck your knees into your chest and give them a hug into an egg shape. Well done. Now this egg, inside there is Flo's new baby brother or sister. Flo cannot wait to come to sitting on your bottoms, your legs crossed. She cannot wait for her new baby brother or sister to hatch out of the egg because she has so many things she needs to teach him or her. Let's rub our heads as Flo has a think about what she needs to teach her baby brother or sister. Fantastic, well done. The first thing that Flo wanted to teach them was all about what flamingos eat. And you rub your tummy with one hand and pat your head with the other. Good job. And now, can you try swapping over those hands? So with the other hand you're rubbing your tummy and the other hand patting your head. Well done. When Flo was young, her mommy and daddy kept bringing her shrimp to eat. But Flo didn't like the look of that shrimp. So she decided, take out your super spectacles, she decided to go searching for her own type of food to eat. She went wading through the water, coming back to standing for our big steps through the water. 1, and the other foot, 2, and again, 3, 4, 2 more, 5, and 6. Well done. Now Flo found a bush, and this bush was covered in blueberries. Come to sit on your bottoms with your legs out wide in front of you. Oh, these blueberries looked tasty. Bending forwards and pick up one blueberry as Flo gives it a taste. Delicious. We're going to bend down to one foot and pick each blueberry, pinching each toe on that foot. Flo loved blueberries. Let's go to the other side of the bush, pinching each toe as you eat each blueberry. From then, every day for breakfast, for lunch and for dinner, Flo ate blueberries. But all of a sudden she started to notice something. Come to standing with your feet wide and take your arms wide too. We're going to start to spin. Fantastic, keeping your feet still. As Flo spun around and looked at her feathers, she noticed that her feathers were not beautiful and pink like the other flamingos. Her feathers were blue. Let's go back into that flamingo pose. Come, bring your feet together, lifting up your foot behind you, trying not to wobble, and lifting up your opposite arm. The other flamingos all had beautiful, bright pink feathers. Flo's were blue. She was a little bit confused. So she headed home, dropping that foot down and bringing that arm down. Take your feet slightly apart and your hands to your hearts. Lift them above your head into a house pose. She headed home to speak to her mum. Flo asked her mum, "Mummy, why are my feathers blue and everyone else's are pink?" Bring your hands down, rub your jaw back and forth. Well done. Because Flo's mummy explains to her, "Well, Flo, us flamingos eat shrimp. The shrimp we eat is pink. And that makes our feathers pink. You've been eating something that's blue, and that makes your feathers blue." So then, from that day until now, every breakfast, every lunch and every dinner, Flo has eaten shrimp. Taking your legs wider and your arms wide and begin to spin, keeping those feet still. As Flo can now spin her feathers, and she can see that her feathers are beautiful and pink, just like all of her friends and family. Well done, Flo. Coming back to sit on your bottoms with your legs crossed. So Flo knows she needs to teach her baby brother or sister all about what flamingos eat. Let's rub our head as she thinks about what else she needs to teach him or her. The next thing Flo wants to teach her baby brother or sister is all about standing. How flamingos stand. Come to standing with your feet together. Well done. The water in the lake is very cold. Now, Flo knows she has to stand strong and stand still. So bringing your hands by your sides, roll your shoulders up, back and down, and we're going to stand tall and strong like a mountain. Because Flo thought that standing tall and strong like a mountain would help her keep her strength, standing as still as she could. Doing this, she noticed that she always felt very, very cold from the water. Flo called for her daddy. Cup your hands around your mouth. We're going to breathe in through our nose. And as we breathe out, we're going to stretch our arms and shout, "Dad." "Dad!" Flo said, Dad, why am I always so cold standing in the lake? Rubbing your jaw from the back to the front. As her dad explains to her, well, Flo, us flamingos have to keep one leg tucked up in our feathers. That way that leg stays warm. And then when our other leg gets too cold, we swap them over. That's where Flo's been going wrong. So, when she gets back into the lake, she lifts up one leg, lifting your leg behind you and trying not to wobble, hold it behind you, and then lifting up your opposite arm. She stands there, as strong and as still as she can. And when that leg gets cold, letting go of your foot, stretching your arms out wide, put that foot down. And then we're going to pick up our other foot, hold on to that one, trying not to wobble, and lifting up our opposite arm. As she swaps her legs to keep the other one warm now. Well done, Flo. Dropping your leg, coming to sit back down on your bottom with your legs crossed. So Flo now needs to teach her baby brother or sister all about eating and standing. Now let's rub our heads as once again Flo thinks about what else she needs to teach her baby brother or sister when it is hatched. Flo knows she needs to teach him or her all about flying. Now Flo used to have the idea that whenever she was flying, she didn't want her legs to get cold. So, bringing up your knees, sitting on your bottom, give your knees a hug. Because whenever she went flying, she would tuck up her knees and give them a hug with her feathers. So her feathers would be hugging her knees as she tried to fly, to make sure her legs stayed warm in the air. But every time Flo tried flying this way, she would just 1, 2, 3, fall to the ground. Can you have a go at that? Hug your knees again. 1, 2, 3, fall to the ground. Well done. And again. 1, 2, 3, fall to the ground. And one more time. 1, 2, 3, fall to the ground. Well done. One of those times that Flo came to fall on her bottom, she saw her cousin, and she said, Cousin, why can't I fly? Why do I keep falling down to the ground? Rubbing your jaw, as her cousin explained. Flo, when we fly, we have to stretch our legs out straight. It helps us balance. That's where Flo's been going wrong. So let's try flying with Flo. Standing with your feet together and stretch out your wings either side. We're going to start off by taking our leg behind us and resting on our toes. Now remember, the rule is we have to keep our legs straight. And then when we're ready, we're going to lean forwards and stretch our leg behind us, ready to fly. Beautiful flying. Flo can do it when she stretches her legs out. Bring that leg down. And then let's try lifting our other leg behind us, resting on our toes first. And when we are ready, we can lift it and fly. Fantastic. Now, Flo is very excited because the egg is going to hatch soon and she knows she needs to teach it about what flamingos eat, how flamingos stand, and how flamingos fly. All of a sudden, it's time. Come to sitting on your bottoms, hugging your knees in front of you. Well done. Flo sits and watches the egg. Resting on your bottoms, lifting up your feet, hugging those knees back into that egg shape. And as she watches, Flo notices grabbing your feet. She notices that all of a sudden, the egg cracks open. Well done. But bring your feet back down and hug your knees, because Flo looks at the baby bird that comes out of the egg, and he's grey. Flo starts to get upset. She says, "Granny, this isn't my baby brother or sister. It's grey, not pink like me." She then finds out it's her baby brother. And her Grant turns around and explains to her, rubbing that jaw again, "Flo, when a baby flamingo is born, it's born grey. And then remember, it will eat shrimp and it will turn pink." Stretch your legs out straight in front of you. What fantastic news. This is Flo's baby brother. He's just born grey. Lifting up your foot. We're going to pop that foot into the opposite elbow. And then take your other hand and scoop it around your knee and hook your fingers together as Flo holds her baby brother and rocks him back and forth. She loves him so much. She even bends forward and gives him a kiss. She is so happy to have a brand new baby brother. As she's holding him, her arm starts to ache, so she swaps sides. Pop your baby brother down, and let's pick him up in the other arm, picking up your other foot, popping it in your arm, and then hooking those fingers together. You're so beautiful. Give him a kiss again. Flo is just so happy. Have a brand new baby brother. She pops him down, and then she lays down next to him. Come to lying on your backs, with your legs out straight and your hands by your side. Fantastic. Flo lays next to him, and she starts talking to him all about the things he needs to learn. She knows there will be more things for him to learn, as there is for Flo. She's still learning things now. Now Flo learned all of her things by making mistakes at first, but that's okay. Some of the things that we learn, we'll learn them straight away, pick them up quickly. But some things we'll learn by making mistakes along the way too. But if we keep on trying, we'll get there in the end. Well done, Flo. Now giving your fingers a wiggle and your toes a wiggle. Lift up your knees and give them a cuddle. And then we're going to roll onto our sides and push ourselves up onto our bottoms with our legs crossed, bringing our hands to our heart. And after 3, we'll say our yoga goodbye. Namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, Little Diamond Yoga Stories today. See you again soon. Bye.